Welcome to Pelicans Flock Report, where I give you everything New Orleans Pelicans from a fan's perspective. I'm your host, D. Broussard. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. The Pelicans have officially hired their new head coach. I'm super excited about this hire. This was my guy. This was my favorite. This was the person that I felt was the best head coach for this Pelicans team. I know some fans are upset and mad that it's not Rajon Rondo, but me personally, I'm super excited. I really wanted this hire, and we ended up getting it. And I got to tip my hat off to Joe Dumars, Charles Weaver, and the front office because I said that they really had to nail this coaching hire, and they did so. So the Pelicans hired Jamahl Mosley as the new head coach of the New Orleans Pelicans. And man, I'm super excited. I'm super excited. This was my guy. This was the guy, man. I'm telling y'all, like Jamahl Mosley is gonna make this Pelicans team a whole lot better. This guy's a proven winner. He's been to the playoffs multiple times. And I feel like when it came to Rajon Rondo, as I said before, I know a lot of fans wanted Rajon Rondo, but Rajon Rondo has no coaching experience. I never felt like Rajon Rondo was going to be the head coach, just because, like I said, experience. And I feel like Joe Dumars and Charles Weaver were looking for a guy that can take this team to the next level. And I feel like Jamahl Mosley was the best fit and the best guy that could take this team to the next level. Of course, Darvin Ham name was mentioned as well. Um, I felt like Darvin Ham he might have been close in the running. But I felt like Jamahl was the guy, man. All along, I felt like Jamahl Mosley was the guy. And I was just keeping my fingers crossed, hoping that Jamahl Mosley get this job because we need Jamahl Mosley. And if you don't know Jamahl Mosley, now Jamahl Mosley is a proven he's proven himself building young teams. Um, there are some offensive structure questions with Jamahl Mosley, but I'm sure he'll make those adjustments. Um, he has a steady improvement record. He's improved with Orlando Magic throughout the time he's been there. When he took over the team, Orlando Magic were in the same situation that we are currently in. They were a 21 win team, and Jamahl Mosley completely turned that team around. Um, and I felt like the Magic improved pretty much every year. You know, every year they improved. They've been in the playoffs, I would say, prior to the last 3 seasons. They've been in the playoffs. They took the number one seed, Detroit Pistons, to 7 games. They were the 8 seed in the playoffs. And I feel like that showed a lot when it comes to coaching with Jamahl Mosley because I always felt like the Orlando Magic were not a good structured team as far as building talent, roster. I feel like the Orlando Magic have a lot of guys that play the same exact position. And it's like, it's kind of just guys just playing certain positions to kind of fit in. But you have a guy like Paulo Banchero, and then you have uh, the Wagner kid. Those guys to me both play the same position, but France plays the three, and Paulo plays the four. So I always felt like the Orlando Magic have too many forwards, in my opinion. And I feel like Jamahl Mosley did a very good job with that team, the way that it was structured, roster wise. And with this Pelicans team, I just feel like we have a lot of talent on this team. We all know that we have a lot of talented guys. And when you have the right coach and the right system with talent, it produces winning. And that's why I feel like Jamahl Mosley is going to come in and he's going to fit this team. And I feel like he's definitely going to have a better experience as a head coach with this team because we just have more talent, man, than the Orlando Magic. I'm just being honest. I just never felt like the Orlando Magic had a highly talented team. Besides Paulo Banchero, I felt like they weren't that talented, but they always found a way to make their way into the playoffs and to win games in the playoffs. And most of the years that they made the playoffs, they were low in seeding. Like they were like seventh or eighth, you know, seed in the playoffs, and they still made the playoffs. They won games. Like I said, they took Detroit to 7 games this year. So it says a lot about Jamahl Mosley as a coach and getting these young guys to believe in themselves, play hard, and wanting to win. And I just feel like this was the guy, man. I know people wanted Rajon Rondo, but um, I like Rajon Rondo as well. But I just didn't want to go through another experiment when it comes to coaching with this team. I feel like Willie Green was an experiment. I feel like James Borrego was an experiment. And I feel like if we were to hire Rajon Rondo, I felt like that would have been another experiment because we don't really know what type of head coach Rajon Rondo is going to be. We've never seen him as a head coach before. We've never seen him as an assistant before. So we don't really know what to expect from Rajon Rondo. Darvin Ham was another guy whose name was mentioned, and I feel like Darvin Ham might have had a good opportunity. I feel like if Jamahl Mosley didn't accept the position or the job, I felt like it was a good chance that Darvin Ham possibly would have been the next head coach. But I felt like Jamahl Mosley was the top guy all along. His name was mentioned several times throughout this head coaching search. Even when he was still coaching in the playoffs, his name was mentioned as a top candidate if he were fired. And he ended up getting fired. And I knew once he got fired, I knew it was a very, very good chance that he was going to be the Pelicans' next head coach if he wanted to continue to coach, because there were times where it was kind of uh it was, being said that he might take a year off. There were rumors that he might take a break, but I feel like if he wanted to continue coaching, I feel like he definitely would want to take this job. So I got my guy, man. Jamahl Mosley was my guy. I'm super excited about this hire, man. I feel like for a long time, and I always feel like I've been saying this. I always feel like Joe Dumars is gonna turn this thing around, man. And I feel like he nailed his hire. Troy Weave as well. And I gotta tip my head off to the front office, man, for getting it right. For finally getting it right. Finally getting the coaching decision right. Because I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. This was a decision that we had to get right when it comes to this coaching decision, man. We can't keep hiring and firing coaches. It's just we can't keep doing that. And we're never gonna get better if we continue doing that. So we have to nail the coaching hire, a guy that's gonna be here long term, that we're gonna be able to build something special with, and we're gonna have the opportunity to be competitive. And that's what we want to do. We want to compete. We want to be competitive. We don't want to keep being mediocre at the bottom of the Western Conference every year. We want to get better. And I feel like Jamahl Mosley is going to make this team better. Now, some people who, like I said, who may not know anything about Jamahl Mosley may have some questions. They might feel like he wasn't the guy. But I'm telling y'all, man, Jamahl Mosley is going to turn this thing around. Absolutely. With some retooling to this roster, I'm sure there are going to be some moves being made. The draft lottery is set. So it's a possibility that the front office may want to try to trade off, uh, trade back, I would say, into the first round. So we may see some trades during the offseason as well. But hey, man, Jamahl Mosley is the guy. He's our new head coach. I'm super excited. I'm happy. And I feel good about this, man. I really do. I feel really good. But yeah, man, that's it for me. Still waiting for more news to come out of the organization. This was big news, most definitely. Jamahl Mosley being hired today. So this was big news. And like always, man, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, the All New Pelicans Flock Report, where I give you everything New Orleans Pelicans from a fan's perspective. And I'm super excited, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy, man. I'm excited. Jamahl Mosley, baby. Yeah, we did it. We made the right choice. Whether some of you guys believe it or not, I'm telling y'all, we made the right choice, man. Y'all gonna see. Yeah, man. But make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, man. Shout out to everybody that's already subscribed, man. I appreciate y'all. And as long as y'all keep on subscribing, I'm gonna keep on bringing y'all this content. As more news come out, I'm gonna keep on dropping content, man. So make sure you have your notifications on. I'm gonna be dropping content, man. So I'm out, man. Everything New Orleans Pelicans from a fan's perspective. 27 points, 5 rebounds.